Hello, everybody, and welcome again to 2024 Road to Certification Professional Machine Learning from GDG Lawrence info session. My name is Roman Jacquez. I am not only a Flutter GDE, but I am also a certified, Google certified professional cloud architect, associate engineer. I've actually leveraged a lot of the campaigns that we've had here at GDG Lawrence, and this is the third year in a row where we've held this amazing campaign. You guys love it so much. We have to keep bringing it back. So thank you to all of you who are joining this session. Remember, this is the first information session out of 12 sessions that we're going to have in this campaign. So this is going to be focused on professional machine learning engineer certification, as you can see in the badge over there. And we're going to prepare you. We're going to give you all the resources, all the information, all the data that you need in order to make you more confident so that when you go and take that certification. So thank you all over, again, all the supporting GDGs that are coming along and bringing your communities and co-hosting this session. So thank you, all of you, for making this happen. So let's continue right away. So again, we're gonna kick it off right away. Again, like I mentioned, this is brought to you by GDG Lawrence and other co-hosting communities such as GDG Capital Region, GDG Cloud Boston, GDG Fresno, some of the folks in Florida, all over the place. Again, we come together to bring you all this content. This is one of the most sought after and most popular campaigns from the Google developer community. And we want to prepare you to be certified in multiple areas, in Google Cloud, so that then you can go there, get out there, get jobs, and get prepared for, again, the tech space, the tech landscape, which is so in demand right now, and all of these technologies which are really hot out there. So why certify? A lot of people say, okay, so then why do you guys focus on certifications per se? Is it still valid? Is it still relevant? So why getting certifications? That's maybe something that a lot of people ask, right? So again, of course, like we mentioned, GDG or Google developer groups, like we call ourselves, we are community-led groups of developers who are interested in Google developer technology, not precisely on technologies just coming out of Google, but technologies that Google uses, and a lot of the technologies that are behind and are powering Google. We kind of focus on some of those, but we host virtual and in-person meetups. We provide demos, workshops. We do things in person, hybrid, and sometimes we do like code sprints and hackathons and whatnot. So it's great that you're joining this community, GDG Lawrence, and some of the other communities that are hosting and bringing these events to fruition. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining. And if you haven't joined one, please make sure to join your nearest one, because it's so great. What are we going to focus today? We're going to be mentioning, again, as we always do during the info session, we're going to say, okay, why getting certified? What are the benefits? What is the specific certification that we're focusing on? And which resources do you need to learn in order to become certified in whatever we are focusing in this campaign in particular? So again, why why is there so much demand for cloud computing roles? Like you've seen tech data engineer, database engineer, machine learning engineer. Why are these roles so in demand right now? So again, cloud adoption continues to grow by leaps and bounds. They're very in high demand, and the increase in cloud adoption has resulted in a corresponding increase in the need for worker skills in cloud technologies. Not just you, for example, knowing one particular area, but knowing being proficient about the cloud gives you an edge over other professionals. Employer demand for cloud computing roles, including infrastructure, security, architecture, engineering, rose almost 33% in the last 3 years. Also, finding qualified cloud talent is one of the top challenges for IT leaders. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to prepare you for the next generation of careers. Make you very employable. Not only also so that you can expand your horizon, you can increase your knowledge in sought after careers and knowledge that is really in high demand out there in the marketplace. As cloud adoption continues to grow, according to, I think it was an Indeed survey, Google Cloud is the skill that is seeing the fastest growing demand with a 66% increase over the past year. Also, the Google Cloud training has seen six times a six times growth in learners year over year. And the great thing is that Google is providing all of these resources for all of you to learn completely free. Some of these resources, of course, you have to pay, kind of like a little bit of an investment. But from the Google developer groups, we kind of create these study groups to provide with this information, with all this data, with all of these resources, so that you can prepare yourself and you can be more confident when you go and take and tackle these certifications. But also, the technological advance of Google Cloud is being realized in the marketplace with industrial strength ML and AI offerings, a secure and trusted infrastructure, serverless, which is my favorite, open source with Kubernetes and TensorFlow. We're going to be discussing a little bit of Gemini, TensorFlow, AI, ML, and the power behind its networking and security. Google Cloud, it's really ready for today's IT landscape. Again, how do you build skills when you get the most out of these powerful technologies? You have to take a new approach. Being equipped with the right skills can make you or break your journey into the cloud. Traditionally, IT training has largely been centered around one piece of technology, but cloud technology requires a new way of thinking. It's no longer just about learning and operating the technology. It requires a change in your mindset. Google Cloud Training helps you understand how to use the technology within a job function to build cloud solutions and drive cross-functional success. Also, we have role-based learning to help your team or your company thrive in the cloud-first world. Right now, we live in a cloud-first world. So it's really relevant for you to get this knowledge nowadays. So again, back to the question of why certify, what are the benefits, what's the return on investment in getting a certification? For example, like one of the things is, creating a benchmark for success, because this is a new paradigm of work. Employers need new tools and a new framework to define, track, and measure success, to know what's working, what impact it's having. It is only, it's only by having that assessment framework and insight that they ensure their talent is positioned to be successful. Also, Google kind of like gives you this credential to kind of validate your skills in the cloud, and having Google Cloud certifications, which is one of the hottest one of the hottest ones out there in the industry, puts you in a competitive edge over other professionals. Google Cloud certifications, they bring a framework to help employers benchmark successful engineers over others. And it's amazing because, again, with just a little bit of heavy lifting on your end, you have to put your mind to it. You have to spend a couple of months kind of grinding on it. But then after you get the certification, you can use it to showcase your skills in the cloud. It gives you hands-on experience, not just like theoretical experience, but you get hands-on experience when you learn, like maybe using the platform that Google provides you, which is Cloud Skills Boost. We're going to tell you a little bit more on that. But what's more, certified individuals join the exclusive ranks of Google Cloud certified community. It gives you kind of like a boost to your credentials, to your your swag, your knowledge. You can go out there and say, I'm certified by Google. It gives you credentials. So every certified individuals, they receive a certificate and a digital badge that you have to renovate every so often. But at least it gives your employers also and people out there a notion of how much you know. It kind of like recognize your accomplishment, and they get access to Google Cloud certified community forum directory, where they can tap into a community of experts just like you. Also, you get flown by Google to like conferences. You actually can communities can tap into your knowledge so that you can go and talk to them, help them prepare for like also getting certified. You also can give talks about that. It gives you that kind of like status of like being being kind of bestowed upon, kind of like this ambassadorship, you can call it, about like specific area in the Google Cloud. But it's really an amazing honor to be included into that kind of like circle of professionals. And of course, in a recent survey of Google Cloud certified individuals conducted by an independent third party, we heard some incredible pieces of feedback from the market on how Google Cloud certifications have enabled and boosted skills for so many different roles within the cloud industry. You can see it right there. 78% of people, you get the words of like confidence, presence, professionalism. 82% can prove cloud skill competency to recruiters because you get hands-on experience, and so on. Right here in this community, GDG Lawrence, we've held it for 3 years in a row. A bunch of us have gotten certified. A lot of us have gotten jobs out there just because we were able to prepare you, to give you the not only the skills, the resources, so that you can go out there and get certified, and also give you the voucher so that you don't have to pay, and also get the certification after you complete our campaign. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to take advantage of. I hope a lot of you also take advantage of it and also become certified in the Google Cloud. In this particular case, we're focused on machine learning engineering certification. Of course, not only just knowledge you get from becoming certified in the Google Cloud, but you also get amazing benefits. For example, you can say, again, you can see how you can distinguish yourself with a badge and a certificate that you can put in your LinkedIn. You get like really nice swag. I love the certified swag, like a jacket, like backpacks and whatnot. And anybody who sees you from far away, they say, "Oh, that person has the chops." Why? Because they have that badge, the certification badge that only certified people get, and that gives you that, again, kind of like that status, that swag. Also, of course, network and exchange ideas in the Google Cloud certified community, which is an elite community. You have access to that. You get also, again, like amazing perks from Google, like they fly you to California, Google I/O events, special recognition at selected events, like I mentioned. And of course, the swag. I love the swag from the Google Cloud, and it's only available for certified individuals, not for anybody else, just certified individuals. So that's also a nice perk to have. Let's focus now on the Google Cloud certifications and the exam itself. So there's a plethora of Google Cloud certifications. I have a certain amount of the ones that I'm showing right here. And there are like 3 levels of certification. So you have the foundational, where you don't need any previous cloud experience, more like for managers, decision makers. Then you have the associate, which is like a minimum of 6 months hands-on experience in the Google Cloud is required. And then you have the professional tier, which is the one that I recommend the most. And I know a lot of folks in here also would second that opinion. The professional one is the best way to go for, because you get the best bang for your buck. And you also immediately, even though it asks for like 3+ years industry experience or like 1 year hands-on experience in the Google Cloud, even if you don't have prior experience in the Google Cloud, if you focus yourself, if you put yourself to it, you can get it. I was one of those that I did not have any prior cloud experience, but I come, of course, from an engineering background. I was able to get some of those certifications out there, but you got to put yourself to it. You got to work hard, and you're able to obtain it. What we're going to be tackling in this series, we're going to have 12 sessions. Remember, this is kind of like a boot camp type of program. We're in the previous 2 years, we did the Associate Cloud Engineer. A lot of people here got the certification. Then we did the Professional Cloud Architect, which is this one that I'm highlighting right now. It's amazing certification because it gives you a broad knowledge on the Google Cloud. Also gives you kind of like the business aspect of it. This year, the 3rd year in a row, we're going to go for the Professional Machine Learning Engineer, not only because of the amazing boom that AI is having in the industry and the past couple of months, the recent year, but because it's an amazing credential to have. It gives you an edge over other individuals. It gives you, again, industry knowledge, current knowledge about the Google Cloud and how you can implement AI and ML in the Google Cloud, but it kind of puts you, again, in a competitive edge over other people by having a knowledge about AI, which is such an amazing industry, so an amazing knowledge to have nowadays. We're gonna, again, we already talked a little bit about the associate level certifications, professional level certifications. We definitely recommend you tackling the professional level certifications, but no fret. If you want to go for any of the associate level certifications, which is just one right now, the associate cloud engineer, that's why we suggest professional right away. But if you want to dip your toes into this whole fray of the associate level, but we recommend you for the professional level certifications. And I hope that again, see, I knew that Norbert was gonna be with me all the way. So yes, GoPro all the way. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so now about the exam. So a lot of people say, okay, so if I study, how am I going to take the exam? The exam, it could either be online, or you go to a what they call like a proctored certified location where you could go and take an exam in person. That is my preferred approach. But of course, if you have any issues, a physical issue that impedes you from going in person, you could do it. You can take it online as well. The length of the exams are usually 2 hours. The format is multiple choice. You have to select like one of many choice, either multiple choice or single choice. No prerequisites. Remember, you just go take the exam, you prepare yourself, and then you just go. When you go to an in-person place, they take away all your belongings. You have to go to a place. It's like they put you in front of a computer. It has to be very quiet. You complete your exam, and then they give you an allotted time, of course, 2 hours. You complete your questions, and then you're out. Immediately, you get your results right there on the spot. You know whether you passed or you fail. And they have a 70%, that's the minimum score that you can get out of the certification, 70%. Anything above that, then you pass, that's okay. But they don't tell you like, oh, you missed this question, maybe you didn't do well in this. That is the reason why we hold these type of events, to prepare you for these type of certifications. Recommended experience, they recommend, again, is recommended, not mandatory. 3+ years in the industry, including 1+ years designing and managing solutions using the Google Cloud platform. But again, not prerequisites, not recommended. If you, let's say, if you really study hard, you put yourself to it, you attend events like this, and you study the material that we provide to you. I know a lot of you, maybe those of you who are new, you're probably, yes, Roman, but what's the catch? Please tell me where I need to put my credit card and you will charge me $5,000. No, none of that is going to happen in this session. Believe me, I know some of you are probably about to put the, brain explosion emoji, but no, you don't have to pay anything for any of these sessions. Not for the certification, not for the material that we're providing, not for the voucher to go and take it. If you join these sessions, of course. We're gonna answer a couple of questions. If you do have questions, we do have folks in the chat, part of the team, and also from the community, who can answer those questions. I already see some of the folks answering the questions in there. So please, you can hold your questions for the end. We can definitely address them. You can add them into the QA section, or we can go. Some of the team will be answering those in place. Again, you can take it. You can take them online proctored exam remotely, or you can go on-site proctored exam, which is my recommended way, because you could just go schedule the exam for one day. I usually say do it for like 2 weeks before. That way you can, for example, I usually take it in the morning. They give you a chance, like a grace period, to take it again. I think it's like a 2 weeks. I don't know if some of you can correct that for me. But for example, like again, there are limited slots, so make sure to schedule it in advance. Like I said, we're gonna prepare you to go and take the certification. We have like a set of guidelines and things, checklists that you can check before you take the exam. So yes, and Linda is like one of the best people to answer questions about that. So you can actually ask her questions and she'll be able to answer those. So awesome. So we're going to talk about some of the learning resources. So we've already told you how to take the exam. It's a 2-hour exam, 50 questions, multiple choice. We give you, but now you say, well, where do we study from? What are you going to provide for us to study? So there's an amazing amount of learning resources out there. Plus, we're going to provide you with those resources every week in advance. Before every session, we're going to give you some of those resources. You go study those on your own, on demand. Self-paced, and you go and come back, and then we review it together. But there's other alternative learning resources, which we're going to tell you what those are. There's a bunch of online resources that you can take advantage of. We have on-demand training, online and self-learning resources. We're going to be providing you with also preparation on the exam, a test prep. We're going to be doing that as well. But in partnership, Google, in partnership with the GDG, with Google Developer Groups, they've launched this platform called Cloud Skills Boost, which we're going to hook you up in just a minute. We're going to make sure that you're set up with the Google Cloud Skills Boost. You have your credits to complete some of those hands-on labs and whatnot, so that then you can confidence and go and take the exam. Coursera also has amazing resources. Pluralsight is another platform that has great resources for you to go learn. But our main preferred platform is the Google Cloud Skills Boost, created by Google. We're going to hook you up with those access to the Cloud Skills Boost. If you don't have it yet, you will. If you RSVP to all of the sessions in this series, especially in this series, you should be able to have access to Google Cloud Skills Boost. We're going to show you in a minute. There are also certified study guides that you can purchase out there. We're not going to provide these in this series, but you can go out there and buy them on your own. You can go find them on Amazon. There are other online places where you can resources where you can download these books, like the Professional Machine Learning Engineer Study Guide. You can go get those on your own. Totally fine. We definitely recommend it, but we're not going to be providing these. We will provide a more comprehensive platform where you're going to even get hands-on experience, which is the one that we mentioned, Cloud Skills Boost. So stay tuned for that. What is the benefit of you coming to this community and learning with us? Why? Because you're going to be learning with your peers as a community, all together, starting from scratch. We are, even us, the whole team, the GDG Lawrence team, we're embedded with the community, learning with you, so that you can see that we are also consuming this content and also getting certified. So not only we host these sessions, we connect you to the right resources. We have this live sessions, peer-to-peer support. We're going to provide you with even our Slack channel where you can ask us questions throughout these 12 weeks. You can ask us questions. You're stuck on something, please let us know. And you learn in this community environment, this community-centric atmosphere where you can learn from each other, ask questions, and you don't feel alone. Sure, you can go out on your own, watch your videos, take a little bit of your time during the day, watch a video, complete hands-on exams, hands-on activities and labs. But then you come together every 2 weeks, or every week when you do, or every other week when we do our office hours. You can ask questions, get unstuck, and continue moving forward. So this is the great benefit of learning with the community. Make sure to, I think the team is going to be dropping some of the links in the chat. We have one special tool that we call the Batch Tracker. The Batch Tracker is a tool that has been an amazing hit in the community. We use this tool so that you can track your progress throughout the session. And let me show you right here. This is the Batch Tracker. The Batch Tracker is a tool developed in Flutter, powered by the Google Cloud. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yes. So all of your names will be here, and we're going to be using this Batch Tracker so that you can track your progress throughout all of these sessions. So we're going to be seeing all the sessions in here in the Batch Tracker. Let me show you the actual Batch Tracker, because this one is the old one. Let me see if you don't have access to this, we're going to be providing you access, but make sure that you clear your cache. There it is. So I just cleared the cache. See, this is the Professional Machine Learning Engineer campaign from GDG Lawrence, and this Batch Tracker will allow you to track your progress throughout this series. We have 6 sessions. When you click on each one of these sessions, you can see what you need to focus on and the badges that you need to tackle. Let's say you're going to go to week 3. you need to tackle only one badge, and there's only one series of videos that you need to tackle. Same thing with week 4, week 5, week 6, and you tackle each one of those badges, and you can see whether when they're completed, you're going to see like a little check mark in there. You can also see how many badges you have completed. This is not a competition. This is just a way for us to keep each other in check, have checks and balances, keep each other on point, on track, and know where you are in your journey. So, and we also use this so that if everybody completes all the badges required for this campaign, you automatically are going to get a voucher worth almost $200 so that you can go and take the exam. So what better way to get free money, free certification, prep, exam, free voucher than just completing this? So please make sure to sign up. Let me put the link again on the screen. So make sure, let me go back again to where I was. Here we are. Let me do this. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Now I picked the wrong one. Okay, but anyway, here we are. Let me start the slideshow again. But yes, make sure to sign up for the batch tracker. Go to that. All you need to give us is your public profile in Google Cloud Skills Boost. We're going to show you that in a minute. Sorry about that. I'm getting a bunch of notifications in here. So yes, so now remember to give us your profile through that this form that we are providing you in here. And then you're going to be able to see like your own profile, your own progress in this batch tracker. Okay, so let's continue. And of course, we're going to give you the overview. So remember, we're going to learn together all as a whole. We're going to do the certification study group, which is this. We're going to have 6 official sessions. This is actually this thing is actually, let me just close this thing because it's let me make sure that just close this. Okay, so now I think it should be good. Okay, so this is, I'm getting like a bunch of notifications because a bunch of people are like signing up and all of that. So let me just try to bring that. Okay, so let's leave it like that. Okay, so let's continue. So like I mentioned, we're going to create this study group so that then you can come every week, every other week for office hours. And every 2 weeks, we're going to have an official session. We're going to provide you with every resource and all the support that you need to complete that certification. And of course, we're going to be making it in a very engaging way. We're going to be answering questions from the community and, of course, learning all together, which is pretty much the main goal. These are the skill badges that are required. Actually, you're going to have to get badges in order to complete kind of like the whole 12-week program. We're going to tell you where you need to be, what things you need to do step by step so that you don't get confused. Again, like I mentioned, the certification that we're going to be focusing on is the Professional Machine Learning Engineer certification, which is, again, as you see right there, is a professional machine learning engineer designs, builds, and productionizes ML models to solve business challenges using Google Cloud technologies and knowledge of proven ML models and techniques. So it's all around, creating application infrastructure all around AI and ML in the Google Cloud. Okay. Also, you're going to be able to, as you learn, you're going to be able to like frame ML problems, architect ML solutions, design data preparation and processing systems, develop ML models, and so on. So there's a lot of work in this. This is kind of like one of the really professional top level certifications. Again, not to deter you or not to scare you or anything, but you need to put a lot of work into this, even if you've never had a previous cloud experience before. But this is an amazing certification to get. You need to work hard to actually get it. And again, but we're going to be here supporting you every step on the way. Okay. So the professional ML engineer, this is kind of like the lay of the land. This is where we are right now, where you see that highlighted column. This is like the recommended resources that we're going to be providing to you. We're going to be sharing this slide, of course, so that then you know specifically which things you need to focus on. Of course, the batch tracker will also is going to be able to help you. But every 2 weeks, remember, we're going to have one official session. Today we are here in the pre-work session, right? We're in the pre-work session, and these are the recommended things that you should go over, kind of like to warm up before you start. Before we officially start on week one. This is not week one. We are in the information session, and these are the recommended resources for you to look at and view while you get warmed up before we start week one. But you can, if you want, start week one right away from now. Then we're gonna see each other in 2 weeks for week one, and we're going to be reviewing whatever we're showing here in week one. Then 2 weeks after that, we're going to tackle week two. Every week we give you the next week's, the following week's resources. That way you're ahead of the game, and by the time the next week comes, then you already know the material. We're going to review it together and whatnot. But of course, we totally understand everybody has a life, has family, children, a full-time job, other responsibilities. Totally understand that. So that's why these are self-paced. You do it at your own pace. You don't need to be on that particular week. But it will be much harder down the line because everything else then was going to kind of snowplow, and it's going to be much harder for you to do it. So make sure to stay, if you can, stay on track per week. That way, then nothing gets so accumulated, and then you don't have to like cram a lot of content at the end. So we've split this into 7 bi-weekly sessions starting today for the info session. In 2 weeks, August 7th, we're going to start week one. Then so on and so forth. Week 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, I messed up well, it says week 7 because it's pretty much 7 weeks and then one additional event. But then if you see the main 6 sessions, the main weeks, which are starting next week, we have week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 official sessions. And you see the red dots. The red dots are actually special sessions that we're holding called office hours. Make sure to sign up for those, because during those sessions, we're actually answering and preparing real life exam sessions that then we can use to prepare for the certification. So we're going to be able to prepare for the certification in those office hours, like those red dots. You make sure, but it's kind of like the in between the off week session, we can call it. Then at the end, we're going to have a voucher ceremony session where then those of you who have completed all the badges, you're going to get a voucher. Also, let's say if you've completed a certain amount, we're going to raffle some vouchers. But if you already complete all the badges, you automatically get a voucher to go take the certification. So that's a pretty sweet deal. And it's okay. So then what are the next steps in order to proceed, with this? So what are the next steps to then proceed with this? So remember, you attend our bi-weekly sessions and the office hours, which are the off week. So you could say bi-weekly or weekly in this case. You're going to be reviewing the exam guide. We're going to be providing you some other resources. You need to have access, of course, to the Cloud Skills Boost. We're going to show you in just a minute. And of course, make sure to ask questions to the community, help each other out, because that's exactly what we want to do. We're going to provide you all of these resources. Please don't fret. We're going to be available 24/7 asynchronously through the Slack channel. So make sure that you join our Slack channel. We're going to be providing that link in just a minute. But in 2 weeks, we're going to be there in that highlighted column. So the requirement for the next 2 weeks is you to focus on that week 1 column. And we're going to tackle those 2 courses: how Google does machine learning and launching into machine learning. These are the 2 badges that you're going to be getting starting today. For the next 2 weeks, you're going to be watching videos, doing hands-on labs, do it at your own pace, whichever way you do it. But this is kind of like our goal. Our goal for the next 2 weeks is getting the week 1 batch goal, which are these two badges: how Google and launching into machine learning. So again, if you want, we're going to be providing you all these links. Please don't get nervous, like, oh, you're passing this too quick. No, we're going to be providing you this slide. Please just be patient. We're going to be providing you with all this information. So make sure to join our Slack channel. We are in Slack. You can join us at tinyurl.com/rtcgdg, and that takes you to our Slack group. You can join our Slack channel. We can answer your questions. Maybe you can show your progress in there. Let's communicate with each other, help each other out. This is the best way to do it. That way, all of us are at the, we kind of go walk hand in hand along this journey so that we can then. Thank you, Linda, for providing that. Well, that's the Slack for the Google, but you can join the GDG Lawrence Slack group via the RTC GDG link. If you can provide that also. Yes, let's provide the URL for the slides in just a minute. Maybe we can share it. I don't know if Kevin, Linda, you guys can just open it up and share the link to these slides with the. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, so let's just keep either pinning it or just drop it again so that people know where to get it. But again, we're going to be focusing now in the remaining amount of time that we have. We're going to show you the Cloud Skills Boost and the 2 things that you're going to be focused for the next 2 weeks. So after this, again, we're not leaving yet. We're just thanking you again for being part of this community. But what we're going to do is either we're going to be answering some questions from the team or from the community. If anybody has any questions, we can show it. But what we're going to be doing right now is showing you, of course, we've already shared. Let me just escape out of this. Perfect. And what we're going to be doing, we've already shared the slides. Make sure to focus on slide 37. Slide 37 tells you what you're going to be focused for the next 2 weeks. So these two, how does machine learning work? How Google does machine learning, and the launching into machine learning. These are the 2 badges that we're going to be focused for the next 2 weeks. But then you say, well, how do I get access to this thing? What is this thing that you're showing me right here? This is Cloud Skills Boost, which is the platform that Google is using for training people to get proficient in the cloud using top-notch quality content, very relevant content, latest and greatest from the Google Cloud, very updated, and you can learn in a hands-on way. So the way to access this platform is by going to cloudskillsboost.google. I'm going to copy this URL, and I hope that everybody can also join me here. Thank you, Linda. So the Cloud Skills Boost is that what you see in the slide in the chat, and the Cloud Skills Boost, this is the platform. The Cloud Skills Boost is a platform. It's a learning platform supported by Google, where you can then learn, watch videos, get badges. See, like it gives you like points. It gives you like that pointing system, like that score system, and then you see where you are in your journey. Earlier, we asked you, give us your profile, your public profile, so that we can add you to the badge tracker. This is your public profile. The way to find your public profile, of course, you need to, when you join cloudskillsboost.google, if this is your first time, use the same Gmail account. Remember, the same Gmail account that you use to RSVP to this event. If you use another Gmail account, you won't be able to get access to the credits or we will be able to track your progress. So make sure that you use the same email, the same Gmail email that you use to RSVP to this session. I'm going to repeat it one more time. The same Gmail that you use to RSVP to all of these sessions, especially this one, use it to join the Cloud Skills Boost platform. You're going to go to Cloud Skills Boost. You're going to go to the top right corner up here. The top right corner, you're going to see your picture or whatever avatar you have. And here there's a button that says Public Profile. You're going to click here where it says Public Profile. You click on Public Profile, right? And it's going to give you this this page. You're going to see like, oh, I'm a member since 2019. I'm in the Silver League. And this is the URL, or the same one that is here in the browser. You're going to copy that URL, and you're going to go to that form that we provided a while back, where you're going to be providing us with that URL. So here, this is the batch tracker form. You put your email, you put your name, and you're going to paste the Cloud Skills Boost URL, the same URL that is either here or here. When you go to the top right corner, you see your avatar, and there is a public profile button. You click in there, and then you get to this point. Give us a URL, and you will be then part of the batch tracker. You're not going to see it automatically. You're going to see it in a couple of days, but we should be able to track your progress here in the batch tracker. So make sure to fill out this form. The team is going to drop the form one more time. You're going to provide us with your public profile. That's okay, Peter. You can send it again. Or I can maybe, because you can make sure to use. I think I can you edit the response? You don't have a public profile, Richard. You can create a public profile by going for the first time. Oh, actually, yeah. Let me show you how to enable the public profile. That is a great question. Thank you, Richard. We're going to show you how to do that. So in order to enable the public profile, let me try to go with a brand new user, for example. I'm going to go as a brand new user. I'm going to go to cloudskillsboost.google. You are brand new. You don't have an account. You don't have a public profile. How do you enable the public profile? Let me try to sign in with an email that I haven't used before here. So let me try to use, I think I can use, let me see. I think I may have like we'll have to create, let me see. Okay, let me see this one. Let me try this. And then I continue. It takes me to the quick labs. I accept. This is like a brand new person joining quick labs. Here you see, I don't have any public profile, just like, and I email you my public profile URL. Frederick, how can you edit the form? You're not able to edit the form. I can try to fix that for some of you. If you don't have the ability to edit the form, let me see if I can do that in just a minute. That is exactly why we're here for. Let me see if I can check the settings and fix it, instead of limited to one response, or to allow response editing. Actually, refresh it. I think I just edited. Try to refresh now. That way you can edit your responses. I see already 51 responses. See if it allows you to edit the form now. I just made it so that you can edit the form. Frederick, Richard, I'm still showing you how to make it get your public profile. So now I'm gonna enable my public profile. I'll go here to my brand new account. I go to settings, and I believe, let me see, I think it's here in this. Let me try to recall, because I usually, it's like already like set up for me. So I think it's account security, games, leaderboards, credit lead. There's there's like a check that you do, and you just switch it to like you make it like public right away. I'm trying to recall. Apologies for that. So if I go here, let me see. I have my settings. Let me see. No, this is just for like some other stuff. But it gives me like the option to just flip it to like public. I'm trying to recall how to do that, because anybody. Oh, where the badges are? Oh, let me try again. So if I go, wait, hold on. No, because if I go to settings, this is just where my credits are. But if I go to like home, let me see, home. I think it's up here, like profile.
You have to go
Yeah,
in
thank you. Yeah, profile, and then I
area.
go badges, and then where is it? No, I think it's I'm sorry, my screen is being cut off by the limited screen that I have.
It's in profile.
Profile. Okay, still in profile. It says your profile is not public, make profile public. Okay, so they kind of hid it within this link right here.
Yeah.
So you go to profile, you click make profile public, and I click make profile public. Great that this is getting recorded just in case you guys want to watch it again. And there it is. Now my profile is public. Thank you, Linda. Some of you, okay, thank you. So see, and now your profile is public. Then you can copy this URL. I hope that now some of you have access to the form, and then you can just come here to this form, put your email, your full name, and you paste the URL right there in the long answer field. So make sure to give us your public profile, and then you're good to go. Now, let me go back over here to my own profile. So I'm going to go to my profile. I'm going to go here, public profile. There it is. If you signed up for this session today, for example, and you don't see credits here, let us know. Maybe via our Slack channel. Maybe you can say, oh, Roman, I didn't get my credits. Let's fix that for you. But make sure, remember, I'm going to repeat it one more time. The same email that you used to RSVP to the session, the info session, and all the other ones is the one, not me, is the Cloud Skills Boost team that is going to enable credits for you. If you use the separate email, it's not going to work. You're going to have to RSVP to all the sessions again, and then you're going to be added in the next couple of days, in the next 24, 48 hours, maybe a little longer, who knows. But you should be able to get it within the next couple of days if you made that mistake. But if you already signed up for the same email, the same Gmail that you used to RSVP to this, and you're accessing the Cloud Skills Boost, you should be able to have certain number of credits in here. Abiram says, do we have scheduled time listed for training? I don't understand that question. Anthony says, can't sign into the Slack channel because I haven't been added to it. You have we don't you have to use the link. Let me provide the Slack channel link one more time, but can the team add the link? Okay, so Vaishnavi, you already have the credits. Great. You use the link. I'm gonna drop it again one more time just in case. But we have the public link to the GDG Lawrence, and let me grab the link one more time. So I'm gonna say invite people to GDG Lawrence. Copy the invite link. I'm gonna drop the link to the GDG Lawrence again. So that is the GDG Lawrence. I just dropped it in the chat. Join the Slack channel, and then you get added to the road to certification. I see a bunch of you already joining. So it's not the link. It could be your account, but a lot of new people are joining. So please make sure to use that link so that we can add you. It could have expired. Maybe that's what it was. But please confirm that you have credits here shown. If you don't have credits here shown, then you won't be able to complete some of those labs that we're going to be providing to you. The Cloud Skills Boost are going to provide you as you make progress in your journey. Ben says, if we RSVP today, should we have the credits? You should be able to have the credits, but if not, try to RSVP again with the same Gmail. And if not, if you don't get it between tomorrow or Friday, send us an email, send me a private chat, a private message. We'll try to work that out for you. But try to make sure to RSVP to all the sessions. That way you get your credits. Hadid says, how much credit should we have? They give you enough credits. It's not a precise number because they put you in a pool of credits. Me, I have like 300,000 credits because I'm a lot of programs. But as a regular member, you should be able to have at least a certain decent amount of credits because the credits are not given to you. You are added to a pool of credits for the whole group, and then they'll get taken out after 3 months. So you're going to have access to this credit pool for 3 months, and then they get taken out.
It's at least 5,000 though. Right.
Norbert, go ahead.
Yeah, it's 5,000 or more, or like 5
there
to 10,000.
There you go. So 5,000 or more, which is enough to complete like a bunch of labs in there.
Yeah, if you have a minute, maybe you could open a Skills Boost lab and show how it looks when you have
I'll
the
definitely
credit.
show that, and I'll show how like people will start labs. That's a very good point.
Because if you don't have the credits, it's going to ask you to
buy
credits, and that's not the idea. We don't want you to buy anything.
Correct. Yes, please. Thank you, Norbert. Do not add your credit card wherever they ask you. Great point. Let me go to that point. Is it a requirement to participate in these weekly lives? Not required, Monique. Thank you so much for joining, but you're going to miss out on a lot of engagement. We're going to be doing raffles also. We're going to be raffling swag. You're going to miss this live activities, asking questions to the experts like Norbert, Kevin, Linda. We got a bunch of folks in here. Sebastian, Pradeep is here also. A bunch of other folks in here who have experience. You're going to miss out on that. But you're not required to. You can leverage all of these resources, but you're going to miss out on a lot. But sure, you can go ahead and do it on your own. Much power to you. But every week we're going to be giving great resources that you're not going to get on your own. So it is recommended if you join. Adonis, how you doing, buddy? So most of the labs requires like 5 to 10 credits each, correct? And like Norbert said, we're going to show you how to do that. Moria, you love swags? I love swag too. So please join our office hours and our regular sessions. We're going to be raffling swag. So please join our weekly sessions. Teresa says, I have a subscription because I'm addicted to labs. That's awesome. Me too. I love the labs. I'm like hooked on those labs. I've even done labs like twice because I like it so much. Moo, you see, I only see 4 informational sessions listed on the upcoming events. We have make sure to see all. Try to load more. Click on the button that says load more. Make sure to sign up for all the sessions. No credits. Just join Skills Boost with the same email that I RSVP. I should check back tomorrow. Correct, Jim. Check tomorrow or in 2 days. If you don't get it, send me your email. Send us join us in the Slack. Let us know. We'll fix that for you. What's the time for the weekly session? Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And those sessions, we're going to be answering questions, prepping for the exam. We're going to do like engaging activities, answering questions, like doing Slido, see who gets like the most scores. It's not a competition. It's mostly like an engaging activity. I should have credits from previous things. Me too. I know. I got like a bunch in there, and a lot of those credits expire. Will we receive an email for filling out the form? Unfortunately, not for this one. You're going to get notified for every event that you sign up. We're not for this form. But if you join the Slack, you can ask questions anytime. And then we're going to be providing you every resource that you're missing. I'm missing something. We'll give it to you. But you need to be in the Slack channel. I'm going to drop the Slack again one more time. The Slack channel one more time. Let me grab the link in here. That way we can provide you with all the forms. Feedback form is not available yet. The feedback form, actually, feedback form gets sent out by the system automatically. And then you provide feedback on every session at the end. And it's not controlled by us. It's provided by the Google. But you can give us feedback anytime during in the Slack channel. Please go ahead and ask us anything in there. I'm in the Slack channel, but not sure what channel we should be in. The channel should be Road to Certification. It's called Road to Certification, and you should join that channel. You're like in the regular channel, and then we point you to the Road to Certification channel. The team is going to provide you with the precise channel to go, but at least you're in the Slack channel, you're good to go. So back to the point that Norbert brought up earlier. So again, from today for the next couple of weeks, your focus should be on week 1. Recommended, if you have the time, you can do this pre-work, which is kind of like a warm-up. But we recommend you doing immediately hitting the ground running with week 1 and complete these 2 badges. How Google does machine learning and launching into machine learning. If, for example, you're going to go and start studying for this, how Google does machine learning, and let's say you're ready to start, this is what it looks like. So it gives you the overview. It tells you the batch that you're going to be getting. It tells you the videos that you're going to be watching. See, there are 2 videos to watch. You go through like watching videos, reading some documents. You can skim through those if they're too long, but it's being great. You get quizzes along the way. That way, kind of like to test your knowledge. And whenever you encounter something like this, like a lab, and that's exactly where we're going to be going now, like a lab like this, let me show you, like using an image data set to train an AutoML model. Let's say during the course of, you know, you're going through your batch completion and you hit one of these labs. This is where the credits come into play. Do not put your credit card, do not buy anything. Wait until you get access to your credits. That way you can enable the labs. How do you do a lab? Very simple. When you get to this point, you click on Start Lab like this. And you see where it says here, this lab costs 5 credits. And here it says you either launch with 5 credits or launch with a token, but this is the one that you're going to be using. You're going to be using the launch with 5 credits. And here you should be able to have a number like Norbert just mentioned. You can have like 5,000 in there. Some people I see here, they're saying like 9,000. Make sure that then you click here, launch with 5 credits. And then when you launch with 5 credits, you see how then now you get set up with a little sandbox. Google Cloud sets up with a little environment for you, kind of like a sandbox where you're then going to complete this lab in a very realistic environment in the Google Cloud, where you're going to complete that in hands-on, you know, using that hands-on experience. You're going to click here where it says open Google Cloud. Make sure you do it in incognito window or with you know, like on a separate tab. Make sure don't use your the same email, because you might get you might allocate resources and then you get charged for it. Make sure you open it in incognito window. And then from here, then you put, for example, like the credentials that are given to you here. Remember, you're given a sandbox for you to try the Google Cloud in a semi-realistic scenario. You know, already the student, the email, the kind of like the account that you're given, like a temporary account, gets populated. You click on next. You get the password. The password is right here. So you copy the password. And then I'm going to paste the password right there. And then now you get into this in a very realistic Google Cloud scenario, where then you're going to complete the lab step by step. You're given a certain amount of time. In this case, you're given 3 hours to complete it. You go step by step. They tell you exactly how to complete it. And you need to achieve certain milestones and certain goals. And then you can see the progress as you move forward. And then all the way when you get to end your lab, then this section, this lab, gets marked as completed. You need to make sure that you follow every step. Do not skip a step. And ensure that this little checkbox is checked. That way this counts as completed. Otherwise,
was there progress
or complete this batch. Go ahead.
Was there a progress check on this lab? I didn't see.
Not all the labs have a progress check. So
yeah,
the ones that have, they have a button and you have to.
Some of them, some of them do, some of them don't. But at least you need to make sure that, you know, it gives you kind of like a way to complete it. Yeah. For some reason, I didn't see the check for completion in here.
I didn't see it on this lab.
Roman, can I suggest something? Usually when I take the labs, what I do before I click start the lab, I go to read what the lab is asking me to do. Prepare. Sometimes you will see that you have a challenge at the end and you have to create all these steps for you, but the majority of the labs, it gives you the steps. So I go to read to have an idea what I'm going to do. Because
very good suggestion.
When sometimes you don't have enough time to read, so I read it in advance and then I start to work in the lab.
That's a great
idea. I hope that helps.
Great idea, Linda. And that's something that we like to encourage people. You go through the lab before you hit start lab, because again, you're eating up on the time that is valuable time for you to complete the lab. So that's a great suggestion,
right? And you cannot pause. You cannot pause the lab. So once
you cannot pause the lab.
You're going. The timer is going.
Very good point.
The other thing, Roman, if people have available a second monitor, like if you have a laptop and you can plug in a second monitor, I put the instructions on the left side and I open incognito window for the lab.
I do the same thing
on the other side. That way you can go back and forth you don't have to do it all on one monitor. It's much easier that way if you
Very
happen to
good.
have the
That's like a
monitor.
great suggestion, Norbert. And I also do that because you don't want to be like switching tabs and like or losing
Exactly.
context or all in the same window. If you have a second monitor, even better. Put the instructions on one window and then complete the labs, because Google Cloud also kind of like needs the whole real estate for you to complete the labs.
It does.
Very, very great point. I know, Ed, you were mentioning you were busy joining Slack and missed why lab credits might not show on your profile. So like I mentioned, make sure that you sign up with the same email that you joined these sessions, same email. And if you don't see the credits in here, you might see them either tomorrow or 48 hours. But if you don't get those credits, let us know. We can work that out for you with the Google team. Please give us your email, but you have to wait at least 24, 48 hours. Make sure to sign up for all the other sessions, because sometimes it's like, oh, not the first one, but maybe like on a second one, it kind of like kicks off.
Usually what happens, Roman, when people is added to the pool, you'll receive an email which it will tell you are added to a credit pool sharing, and that will let you know that you are added. And will be the Gmail account that you RSPV for this event today.
Correct. And Ed, yes, through the Slack, we're going to be providing you more sessions, but more resources and other stuff. But remember, join our community, GDG Lawrence. All the other sessions are there. Let me show you again. So once you're here in GDG Lawrence and you see all the sessions right there, they show up right away. Info, session 1, session 2, all the office hours. You click on load more, and then you see all the other sessions. Okay. So make sure to sign up for all of them. In the slides that we provided, you're going to focus on week 1. If you have the time, you could do some of the pre-work, but we encourage you to immediately hit the ground running and do week 1 and try to tackle those 2 badges, the ones that we just showed you. How Google does machine learning, and the launching into machine learning. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to see each other, because now we're at time. We're going to see each other on week 1 on August 7th. But make sure to join the Slack channel, ask us any questions, and we're going to continue give you resources as needed. Anything from Norbert, Linda, Kevin, anything you guys want to add before we wrap up the session?
I think you hit everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You got everything. Yeah.
I usually like to
Go ahead, Linda.
She's
muted.
I think she's okay. I think she muted herself. Okay. Any questions, anybody?
No, I think I muted myself. So even though I like to learn a lot alone, I always subscribe to these communities, learnings. I get everything, even lots of training. I like it. It's more engaging. So even though you say, okay, I have the training, I have the videos, I have the labs and everything, I think keeps you motivated to be around the community and learn together. So that's why I always join, even though I have all the materials and vouchers.
Yeah, you do have all the certifications. So thank you, Linda, for always joining. Let me answer these 2 questions real quick. Pambos, will the sessions be 1 hour long? Yes, all the sessions will be 1 hour long, but you see how cool we are. We kind of exceed a little bit by a few minutes, but they will be 1 hour long. Anna, I just shared the slides again. Fidelia, what happens if we already have some of the badges? You're good to go. More power to you. Then that means you're way ahead of the game. So please continue getting the rest of the badges. Okay, if you already have some of the badges, even better. That means your journey is a little shorter. What else? Anything else before we wrap up the session, the call? Please join the Slack, and we're going to continue the conversation right there. But just before we wrap it up, I just wanted to say thank you one more time to everybody who joined. We already shared the slides. Thank you for all of the thanks to all of the GDG communities, GDG Cloud Boston, Norbert, GDG Capital Region, Linda. I believe I have some of the folks from Florida, Carol, GDG Fresno, some of the other folks that are co-hosting this session. Thank you so much. We're going to be continuing providing you with all the resources. Again, these sessions come to you from all the love, from all the, all the help that we want to provide you from GDG Lawrence. My co-host Kevin and I always do this every year, and this year is not the exception. Thank you so much again for joining. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for joining. See you in 2 weeks, August 7th. We're going to be coming now with week number 1. Make sure to tackle those 2 badges. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. See you on the next session.
Take care.
Thank you, Roman.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.